Hey everyone, and welcome to a new XDefiant video. News for this game has been particularly slow since the only thing we know for certain is that Ubisoft announced that XDefiant will be shutting down on June 3rd as of next year. But there is some good news leading up to this shutdown. As Blametruth has said in his most recent video, he has uncovered some interesting information. I'll leave a link to the video in the description. But in said video, he has shown a screenshot with a conversation he had with a developer, basically hinting at a massive content drop for the final season of XDefiant, which, if we're lucky, this content drop should be happening soon. My guess, either hopefully today, unless the news of the shutting down kind of delayed things, in which case we should be seeing it before December ends. But given their track record of releasing new season, well, technically because season 2 technically is over now, what's it called? Season 3 should technically be releasing as of today, but if not, I guess stay tuned because maybe they would have made some kind of announcement, but knowing their track record and considering again the Skeleton Crew, XDefiant shutting down, there's probably no real motivation to just make a quick post to say season 3 is happening here. But I don't really blame them, but fingers crossed. But going back on topic, what information we have regarding what will be in this so-called content drop is this screenshot. Really hope you can keep this a secret for a few weeks, but our next update will launch roughly, subject to change. 7 new weapons, tons of new skins, 13 new maps, 2 new full modes, plus lots of limited time modes, 3 new factions, 1 huge surprise Easter egg, plus all the other huge content updates that were planned in Season 3 like Prestige, etc., minus some because of store being removed, etc. Now take this with a grain of salt, but if true, this could be a fantastic send-off for the game, given the circumstances, considering, a lot of Call of Duty fanboys are basically celebrating the death of this game, and others are basically exaggerating that the player count and whatnot is the reason for this game's shutdown. But from what I've seen, it just seems like it's just XDefiant is just a victim of poor management over at Ubisoft. Pretty much, they are just kind of getting rid of several assets to kind of like bring their value down. Like they're getting ready to be bought out, basically. So a lot of IPs are taking hits, but they're kind of clutching with their main hits like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, etc. Unfortunately, Ubisoft did not want to take their chances with this game, considering they've been hemorrhaging money, I'm assuming. And yeah, I guess bleeding out money like that, getting rid of XDefiant seemed like a no-brainer to them, even though they did it so close to where they probably could have given this game the same treatment as Rainbow Six Siege, where they were pretty much close to being shut down. They released one good season, and now pretty much they're, Rainbow Six Siege is basically a mainstay entry where I don't even know what's going to happen if Ubisoft shuts down and so does Rainbow Six Siege, how they're going to handle that. Yeah, but for the time being, we'll just have to wait and see what Ubisoft officially announces. But this news definitely gives XDefiant players something to look forward to, especially with the Prestige system and plenty of content to make the remaining 6 months in this game as fun and memorable. While all this does seem good, like good news and whatnot, at the end of the day, this pretty much won't bring the game back, as most of the devs have been laid off. And again, Ubisoft is pretty much prepping up to be bought out. On top of that, if their next game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, doesn't perform well, I pretty much just see Ubisoft pretty much not lasting anywhere past 2025. But if this, for now, I know Blametruth does have connections and whatnot, but I'm just taking this as more of a rumor, if anything. But if true, I can ultimately see this as seeing the final passion the devs had for XDefiant, basically what they had planned for us, what they were pretty much cooking up this whole time. I just hope one final thing that they decide to add in this is, I hope with it being such a big update, if that includes a netcode fix. It would be nice to see, because it did say they had like one final netcode fix, or they had a big one that would noticeably fix all the issues that we've been dealing the last 3 seasons, technically counting 0. And if they were to basically have us play the most polished version of XDefiant for the next 6 months on top of the new maps and modes and weapons. Yeah, it's gonna suck seeing it go in June, but I know for a fact with all that content, because again, here's the funny thing too, and it's something I noticed not many people bringing up. It's the fact that even though they got rid of new downloads, there's a keyword in that: new player registration and new downloads. As far as I can tell, didn't XDefiant hit a record of 15 million players? That's still potentially 15 million people that pretty much have the game across all platforms that can still re-download the client for XDefiant. That's even if like a fraction of them came back, I can, given enough buzz, people will be able to re-download it back on their system of choice. Unfortunately, Steam's not one of them because of the shutdown. But yeah, that's still 15 million people. Even if like 10% of people came back, that can still mean a huge thing if they dump so much content that it makes people download it in droves and pretty much give this game a second life, even if for 6 months, if anything. But yeah, that about does it for this video. What are your hopes for this final content drop? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content. You can also follow me on Twitch, Threads, all that will be in the description. Also, I don't know if I even mentioned this part too. I am sorry, but I will also leave a Blametruth video in the description as well, so you can get more out of the information from him. Albeit he is also throwing shade at Call of Duty as normal, but yeah, that's pretty much where the source of this video came from. Again, fingers crossed that because I even had someone in my stream earlier even say something that apparently we were going to get this content drop on the 18th, which that's today. I was basically streaming this just to get some footage for this video, and yeah, someone pretty much dropped in and said that we were supposedly getting the final content drop on the 18th. Fingers crossed, because it does fall on a Wednesday, which has been their track record. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Yada yada. See you later, everyone.